Takže dobrý večer, dámy a pánové, přátelé, já vás zdravím a dnes se pustíme teda to, co jste si odhlasovali, a to je Thaumaturge, nebo Thaumaturge, teď nevím, jak se to přesně čte. No prostě to zkrátka Dobrodružné RPG adveentura, je to v češtině originál a vypadá to fakt zajímavě, to je úplně něco jiného, než jsem zvyklý. A jsem na to velice zvědavý sám, takže uvidíme, dámy a pánové, přátelé, můžete se připojit, dát odběr, komentář, sdílení a takhle, už to znáte a začínáme, dámy a pánové, přátelé, pohodlně se usadit, dejte si něco dobrého a začínáme. Tak, spouštíme hru a jdeme na věc. Tak jsem na to opravdu zvědavý. Jak říkám, z minulého roku 2024. Ta hra vypadá opravdu dobře a já si myslím za mě, že to vůbec nemusí být špatné, dámy a pánové, přátelé. Ještě jednou vás vítám, krásný dobrý večer. Tak, teď se tady trošku nastavíme. Omezování frekvence dáme třeba na 120, to je úplně jedno. No, necháme to, jak je to nastavené, perfektní. Takže náš počítačová sestava to zvládá. A co jsem akorát chtěl zvuk, protože ten vždycky bývá úplně moc nahlas. Dáme na 80. Protože vím, že to bude šílenost, to bude úplně nahlas. A abychom se slyšeli. Tak, použít změny. Tak. Jo, ještě se pojďme teda na titulky, dámy a pánové, přátelé. Zatím se můžete připojit, dát like, odběr. Budu moc rád za další odběr. Bylo by to fajn. Potom samozřejmě máme možnost i na Twitch. Třeba něco jiného. No, myslím, že už tu víc asi... Aha, no dokonce teda i přes ovladač, jo. Tak to teda... Tak, dámy a pánové, přátelé, začínáme teď. Dobrodružné RPG a je to sice zvrchu, je to jeho, ale dobře, vypadá to fakt dobře, nějaké 11 studio to dělalo, ale ty neznáme, je můžu zamnout a můžu být fajn, jo. Takže třeba taky a
For years I've been seeing you in dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face.
Jinak, že to vlastně o tom, že on je detektiv a vlastně, že záhadnou smrti svého otce.
I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone.
Těmi scénami, těmi videí. Co máme?
I'm sure your father would be happy to help if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested.
Se vlastně jsme byli ději, aby jsme je blbneme to, jo, tak to vrací. To bude interno.
Miracle workers, preachers, and old mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help.
No, nevím, co s tím dělám.
But if not, remember that in the end, we'll find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you're safe. With as much love as I have. Díky.
No,
Just a
vidíme,
moment
co
for me.
to.
I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Tak to mě teda jako mrzí, jako po době.
What's your message?
Vždycky let, že vidíte včera perfect.
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope you will receive me. I will write as soon as I'm able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Please add my love to you, my sister.
Touching. From whom?
My name is Wiktora Szulskiho. Szulski. And Victor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw, Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere, on every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
No, tak uvidíme teda. Aha, my můžeme i klávesnici chodit, tak to je fajn. Nic moc podstatného. Tak, tady už to nevede teda nikam.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, well, I'm in.
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
Tak, jdeme do vesnice, dámy a pánové.
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the priest is at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Najdi zázračného dělníka v hospodě. OK. To fakt skvělé, musím teda říct.
Gentlemen, is this tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. Coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Are they warm?
I'm not here for long. Looking for a certain healer.
First, you gotta make a donation to the Tsar's army. Warm boots, for instance.
And a coat. He won't need a coat once he's lost his boots.
It's your snummy. We're the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Kostle. Ajejejejejejejej.
Says the Ruski's right. They won't report us. They'll be traversing the people, but the better of them.
Good boy.
A můžeme tam přiblížit trošku. Prostince. Najdi zázračného dělníka v hospodě.
Forgive me, sir.
No, jakoby trošku horor. Jo. A ještě se dá, nebo jak vypadá
I
Zuzá?
forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time,
And you expected a thinking sultan, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
yes, I've heard, especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
In miracles. In my condition now, I can only hope for a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
I'm from Warsaw,
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Wiktora Szulskiho.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After then, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive me, mutant. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
That's partly the issue I wanted to speak to you about.
Does that mean you give up?
That means I'll try, but I don't know.
All right, all right. I had a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern belongs to me, and tell me something only I know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'd use to recognize the other objects.
Já vůbec netuším, teda proč se zvuk se trhá. Máme tady korálek?
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Let's take a look around. Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
Tady.
You will be mine, secret.
Přidává mi se, ze které jedl někdo guláš, tady bude.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, he left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend. Have a seat. Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
Chci mu to chtěla odpovídat, máš problém. Značí kartu zpětová.
I can't help but ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful, I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you what happened this morning. How do you think I might help you?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my uber...
Moment.
is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. So I've helped others, I can't say. And I've never treated a thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Okay.
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here. I need to get out of here. What is this sound? Shackles?
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind.
No, ještě teda zkouším, jak to zní, pana přátelé. Mě teda zajímá, jestli mluvím pořád jak robot. No už je to lepší, že?
Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father.
clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Tak.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing
Rasputin.
away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a salutar, unbound by pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
Už by to teda mohlo být konečně lepší, dámy a pánové, přátelé, tak jsem zvědavý.
I wanted to sweep.
Najdi osobu s chybou, která hledá divoký saluta. Ale co vlastně? Já jede dovednostní bodík, aha. Oh. Je tam teda něco... silný útok. Je to velice zajímavé.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. Look, my horses won't get alive.
Tak.
I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery, arrow.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery. I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see, to them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other yaffies.
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salito. That's what might be influencing the villagers in wailing at night.
They're good people. None too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about trying.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of Hráč.
Does the creature hunting you, rattle chains, slither around a mouth full of giant fangs?
A book of Hráč.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen. What do you expect to find in this place? If I was almost go.
Time doesn't matter much here. I'm looking for clues and personal traces that will lead me to whoever's carried the floor and the cemetery.
I see. I thought it would be helpful to you, but I don't really understand you telling me.
Above all, for deeply hidden marks left in human souls. They form under the influence of tragic events.
What does that have to do with saluters? Is that Latin?
Yes, from the word newcomer. People have always taken saluters to be spirits, demons, or imps.
Like those fairy tales, the wise woman, and the other old crones tell the locals.
Sometimes, those sorts of fairy tales and legends describe how humans perceive a salutor. They don't take a physical form. Salutors are attracted to the flaws hidden in people. Thaumaturges discover these flaws inside someone, bring them to the surface, and adopt them to lure the salutor. Those are the moments when usually fail. They haven't been able to hold on to a salutor. I didn't know how to bind one to myself.
What about you? Do you have a flaw?
It doesn't matter. The important thing is that I can now catch my next salutor. Make another bond with it, and its power will allow me just to influence people. Thanks to your help, I can once again discover people's flaws and the salutors hiding behind them. And I think I'm able to catch my second salutor. People always leave behind individual bits of their personality, even on everyday objects and such. I can decipher the thoughts and actions imprinted on subjects, and then match them to their owner. This lets me gather immense knowledge about a person, especially if I need to fight someone.
What else can do?
If I do manage to catch another salutor, that would be a very rare occurrence, in fact. An ordinary Thaumaturge wouldn't even try more than once. Only a few have multiple salutors.
Why?
Because they're afraid. Like the ones who claimed humans wouldn't learn to fly or even reach the pole. But the failure of others doesn't mean those people are right. It means a mistake was made somewhere.
Isn't it?
Why did you want to...
I never gotten to know a Thaumaturge, so I'd like to learn as much as possible about your abilities. I won't stop you.
Can you feel it? Is the smell of mystery. True fear. horrible death. This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up crime. Your mother gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge, because I think it's time to get out of here.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Sergeant. How about donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian nuts here.
I think this is the guy with nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Ano, jsme poškození. Yes. Tam pomůže jako, jo.
You're right, sir.
Can these cellulars also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and pass these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're right, sir?
Call me Gregory.
Let's head back. I had to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Jo, máme další bodíček. Relaxace, zeměročné dovednosti. Dimenze. Žal toto. Aha. Jo. Dobrá, máme vyročenou. A já to zkusím restartovat. Tady nastavení zvukovky mám v pořádku. A spustíme tu hru znovu. A uvidíme, já opravdu netuším, jako. Je to zajímavé. Ta hra je fakt zajímavá a taková tajemná. A jako fakt mě to baví. Měl se na to zvukové rast. No tak tady to teda moc jako fakt ale není. Kde ty titulky nejdou dát větší. jsou to trošku větší. Asi zpět do vesnice.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much. And he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. Retracting guts.
Not gawklers. Witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him, too?
Because you strangled mine. Now what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all, it's... I'm sorry, Bogdan.
Come inside, and tell me what you're doing here.
Tak jdeme dovnitř.
What do we have here? we have? The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Aha, to nemůžu.
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
You cursed him, didn't you? Vesna's father. You put some hex on him, right?
A spell. I help people, yes. Vesna had a problem with her father, and believes in curses, spells, and hexes. Is that all? Because, like I said, I don't want to waste time and die here gabbing with you.
A lot of people benefit from your wisdom. They're superstitious and timid, as far as I've been able to figure out. Easy to control, right?
Pot calling kettle. That, my boy, that you can ask that charlatan with fancy dress and beard. Who takes advantage of who here? The people here are believers, of course. But the spirit in the village is real.
Do you mean Rasputin?
He didn't bring that evil spirit here. He draws on the spirit because he got folk to heal. But it's not him who brought it. We brought it on our own heads. And we've got to deal with it ourselves. I heard it, however. That's nothing human. One evil spirit here persecutes people, and you can hear it now and then, sometimes. Tragedies attract it, and impure thoughts. We here call it a Bukovac.
But other places probably call it other things.
An evil spirit's an evil spirit. It torments people and turns their weaknesses again.
And what if I told you I could get rid of it?
I'd say I'll believe it when I see it.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam. What do I have here?
I'll gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch. All these newcomers causing more problems.
Da, kračarice brsta. Pušere, poručere, karvine, jebro.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help. Help! Help! Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
No talk, all right.
Co tam popověděma? Asa. Tak. Spadnu. Krásno, tak pojď. Ano, motory.
The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure.
Srká se to, že jak mluvím, chápu, jak jsem se mikrofonu znedražil, já jsem to ještě nic takového nevím, mě to úplně pohltilo normálně. A nevím, co s tím, asi to restartuju celý počítač. Akce, reakce, aha, to je dobré. Tady vylepšení právě na boj, na mysl. Faktuje, jo, toto, samozřejmě se ještě vylepším, že to bude silnější. Aha, získané vady, to, aha, tady ještě něco máme. Pak možná... No, já tě zdravím, Urbenek, skoro vítám tě, a mikrofon, tak já to musím spustit, tam vůbec nechápu. úplně šťastný a je to fakt napínavé. Je to detektiv.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please, leave.
Pořádně prostě by šel, ale já nechci. Takže ale něco jsme našli. Počkej, kterou jsem patřičně nepatří bez a to se naše další. Kde si mohli servis? A pan naklad sdílení prosů. Vyvinutá. Toto můžeme dopádat z bezsrandy a jistotu celostní trvalý společně rozlišen. Zajímavé. Je tady vždycky prostě značená oblast toho průzkumu.
Now I know that woman's trade. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at the seas burned their farmstead. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about it.
Na zásadě se tedy zřekla nás pálky, je to tedy nastavou na dveří. Nám dveří pálek servis. Teď.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
You better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
I know you're scared, but please just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
Please, don't be afraid. I just need to know where I can find your husband.
He's chopping wood in the clearing by the forest.
Again.
It's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the bush. It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Do you still want to catch that salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
Tak jak Urbek zvala, se to stále seká ten mikrofon.
I'm not here to fight.
Okay.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
One who brought the salutor here. This.
Kráso. Perfektní. Dámy a pánové, přátelé, máme ho.
You lose, you lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you alright?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a rather furious lumberjacks with axe, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! The stake!
And why are you just standing there? I'm just letting him do this. Fine. I'll handle it myself. I did it before and I can do it now.
What have you done? Oh, you don't need to see this.
Get out of here.
Leave me alone!
Out of my way! You've already done enough!
No, not yet.
Aha, 2 body, jo, takhle. Aha.
Excuse me, sir? Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid it's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I to wrong turn Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Szulskiho, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father. Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatment are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. Prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
I have to bury my father in Warsaw. What about you?
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cut open on the cobblestones?
Your question sounded like a threat.
Because it is, for all of us. I have. Skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with a battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings inching from it. This hasn't happened yet. But I saw as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so most of us answer it.
Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
The only person I consider close is my sister, but Varsovians? Let's see. Workers are striking. They will take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. The Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The Socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp. For long, we've got murders, muggings, and politics.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Cheap labor influx causes housing shortage. Strikes, Jews, poverty, violence, the Polish Socialist Party stealing military equipment. I wonder if there are any political cartoons.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
When people unite, empires fall. Why such a crowd?
The circus has come to town.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop. When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw, Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
Before and after execution.
Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None? Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic
Mě zajímalo, jak jde teďka
provocateurs.
mikrofon. Ale vůbec nevím, jak to zní.
Pardon me. Are you Polish?
Jak to vypadá, Valašsko? Myslíš, že už je to lepší? Není třeba to restartovat?
I was born in
Děkuju.
Warsaw, but I'm lapsed. My name's Wiktor.
Vanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warszawa. Время террора закончилось.
No to vypadá, že to je asi dobré, já nevím.
My first
Já to ještě teda budu
decision as
testovat.
Governor General of Warsaw. Arestovat.
No.
Great heroes in their
Tak
sense of
uvidíme.
timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the
Uvidíme,
fight.
dámy a pánové, přátelé.
Samoobladanie, Polyaki. We want that rebel. The Loudmouth.
Damn.
What happened?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
Tak, myslím si, že tě... tak.
That seems more like a job for the servants, young lady.
Go ahead. Look down. Can I ask you a tiny favor? The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go. Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy. Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Those don't usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
Can I explain it to you another time?
For instance, I could disclose to a soldier that you came here with ammunition under your skirt.
Maybe we should see who they believe. A respected lady of Warsaw, or a common magician who just 100 years ago would have been burned at the stake.
Well, since you asked so nicely. I'm going to take a look around.
No. Je to zajímavé, dámy a pánové, přátelé.
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
Do you realize blood is about to be spilled? And that it might be mine?
Fuck off!
Ale chlapče, já ti nedám pokoj.
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees?
I was trying to keep from dragging ordinary people into the fight. They won't expect us to strike first. How many are coming with us?
Let's see for ourselves.
Propískaj. Urbek s Valeskou, wow, ty krása. Já tady za ty 2 body jsem chtěl tohle. Yes. Tak. No a možná hejt, co budeme, pane přátelé. A je to Oh. No. Ty krása. Yes. Dobře. Krása. Sakra. A bylo nám to úplně ničemu. Teď mě zavřou. A... Jméno. Szulski, Wiktor.
One of those Szulskis?
Yes.
My condolences. Now, profile.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Oh.
What you pissing in the bucket for, asshole?
Where else am I supposed to?
Brown in the bucket, whiz on the wall.
You better remember that, too. That bucket's gonna last you guys till tomorrow.
Can I use the phone?
What are you staring at, Ganeth?
I don't know what that means.
Quit squealing. First time in the big city? Have some respect if you don't know who you're running your mouth at. He's one of them that went up...
I showed a couple of Russian soldiers when I think about the petitions.
I have moments like that sometimes.
And I gave it to some Ruskies in the kisser, too. There's this red-bearded fella sitting there. I glassed him in the face, then kicked him in the bean, and wham! Oh, and I pinched his billfold, too.
Did anybody ask you? Shut your damn trap. Well, are you from somebody?
First of all, I am a Thaumaturge.
Now them, I got respect for. I know one really decent Jew from Povishla, who's a wizard too.
How about you? You got a foreskin or what?
Is my foreskin any of your fucking business?
Well, no. I was just...
Schmuck. But you don't look like much of a Warsaw lad.
I'm just here for my father's funeral.
I hope you don't miss the funeral toasts.
I wouldn't call you a master strategist.
You got away from the station, so theoretically, we achieved our goal.
You're not losing your sense of humor. I guess this isn't your first time in a place like this, is it?
Musím říct, že to je fakt napínavé, ty krásy. Ta hra mě fakt mile překvapila. A je to fakt zajímavé.
I spent a little time on the Rue de la Raquette in Paris.
It got demolished 5 years ago.
Oui. What about you? You seem to know your way around this setting. You been here often?
I'll take that as a compliment. And sure, sometimes, if the cause demands it.
Teď už by to mělo být snad v pořádku, dámy a pánové, přátelé.
Let's say I know certain folks who find poles like you useful.
Dealers in stolen Dutch pomade?
Donut connoisseurs. They met at Burke Rothbelch's cafe.
I don't want to jinx it, but do you spend time there too?
If I'm not there, no one will want to talk to you. And don't worry, I don't usually hang out long in places like this.
Szulski!
I see you won't be hanging out here long either.
Szulski, this yours?
That's right.
Then take it and get out of here.
Can I ask why the sudden change of plans? Anyone I should thank?
If he wants to, he'll tell you himself.
Thank you.
Bude bez tak ten Rasputin. Mám svůj vlastní spis. Aha, my získáváme za to body. Počkej, ještě tady něco. Jo, my půjdeme tramvaj, jo. Ty kráso. Jim to neukázali. To je škoda. Bylo. Oni budou další čas tam dát. Ale tak mi to zajímá, že to chce projít.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat. Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
Thank you.
Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Szulski took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
Bral nitroglycerin.
We've ruled out any coronary causes since the doctors couldn't confirm whether the deceased had a heart.
Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
I think I ought to arrest you, Thaumaturge.
I haven't done anything, officer. What's the problem?
I barely recognize you either. You still haven't figured out who I am? Don't be surprised. The last time we saw one another was 20 kilos ago.
Uncle Veronian?
I will not keep you. The guy's probably all alone back there, among those vultures circling statues. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Go.
Sister?
Victor,
Někomu sestru.
I'm so glad you came.
Lygia.
I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad to. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly. Look at yourself. What happened?
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Fine, let's get this over with. So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago. After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absolved, died after suffering all too briefly. That's better. Definitely closer to the truth. The day you died, you visited me in my dreams. I was a child when you hounded me out of here, and I remember you as you were back then. But in my dream you looked older. You gave me hell as usual. You didn't believe I'd succeed. You were wrong. I've come back with 2 senators. I'm sorry there are so many things I didn't get to say to your face. All those years, I said them over and over to myself in my head. How you were never able to admit a mistake. You never sought blame in yourself. Someone else was always guilty, never you. Mother because she wanted something for herself in life. Lygia because she wasn't born a boy. Me because I was born a Thaumaturge, but I didn't want to live following your principles. And now... Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
I was reflecting at the grave of my beloved father.
You tricked me.
I heard something else. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Wiktora Szulskiho, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
With all due respect, this is my personal business. It was my father who knew you, not me.
True. Please forgive me. I meant no harm. Again, my condolences.
I didn't catch...
My name's Konieczkin. Ivan Konieczkin. Goodbye.
Such interesting friends you had. I guess I'm more tired than I thought. Great-grandmother Josefina, a Thaumaturge. Grandpa Nikodem, a Thaumaturge. I barely remember him. We can go. The hardest thing was getting the rid of the man. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Eros post-mortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors? Konstancja Szabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
I suggest you leave. Otherwise, I'll overlook your womanhood and make sure you can never pronounce a single syllable correctly again.
You'd permit that to happen, Judge? Maybe I should write about this.
And who would let you print it?
Someday the press will get the Russian boot off its neck, Judge.
I'm afraid none of us will live to see the day, my dear. Come on, children. I'm sure my Petya is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
Bude ještě nějaká závěť po smrti našeho otce. Je to fakt zajímavé, napínavé a já jsem Viktora čekal, že to bude tak dobré. Aha.
Young Mr. Szulski, after all these years, goodness gracious, you're drenched!
Good evening, Grażynka.
Evening. My, you're soaked. Come to the kitchen now. You can warm up by the stove. And that drunken judge, maybe you can drag him out too.
Where's my sister?
In the study, already waiting with the lawyer. She said you were running late. Shall I make you some cocoa, master? It would warm you up a little.
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time. It's lovely to see you again. But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Tak dáme, pane přátelé, protože by to bylo vše, asi si to uložím. Uvidíme se příště, doufám, že technické problémy, je to velice zajímavé. Asi nejspíš tuhle hru dohraju do konce, protože tohle mě totálně úplně chytlo, já jsem z toho úplně mimo. Ten příběh je tady fakt silný, poutavý a pořád chcete vidět, co bude dál a furt jsou tam ty videa, fakt jako je to propracované. Je to prostě fakt jako hodně příběhové a je to jak film. Už dlouho jsem takovou hru jako neviděl. Já jsem úplně v šoku. Děkuji, dámy, pane přátel, mám se za technické problémy, bohužel. A zase někdy příště už máme dost hodin, takže končíme, dámy, pane přátelé, a dobrou noc. Děkuji moc a zase někdy příště.